Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Average Joe Dividends YouTube channel. If you've been following this journey, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe so that you do not miss future videos. Also, please click the like button to help grow this channel and get the word out on expense tracking. I usually do dividend videos, so this is my once a month expense tracking video. A lot of people call it a budget, but I really don't like the traditional budgets where you create buckets. You assign a number to it and you try to stay within that budget. For me, what I do is I track every single expense that I have. We're looking at my sheet here for all my expenses for September. We're going to go over that really quickly, as well as my non-W2 income as well as W2 income, and we're going to see what kind of gap we came up with, and maybe we'll take a look at some of the expenses that I had, and we'll finally touch on net worth. So I'll leave a link below to this sheet, and I started doing these videos in June of 2023 was the first one I did, and we'll just run through the expenses real quick. I'm not going to really go over everything, but you can see I've got grocery expenses here, restaurants. I have a son going to college, so he has some expenses that I have to pay. You can see this is a big month with him going back down to school, so over $1,000. That one really hit me hard. You can see I had a birthday gift in there. Let's see a little more restaurant expenses here, buying something off of eBay. I have a Costco membership, and this is Cox Communications. That's my internet. Pretty low. I just use the lowest tier to save money, and it seems to work for me, even though I work from home and I'm on Zoom calls, Teams calls, and it seems to work this lower level. Sundays, looks like you can tell I've got a dog, and he's eating some very expensive food. And right now my living conditions are very expensive. I'm right now month to month in my 1-bedroom villa, and it is sky high right now because I'm off lease and paying that month to month, and I'm building a very modest average home, and once that's built, it's going to lower my housing expenses. We'll just keep going down here and see if anything else pops up on here. Nothing really extraordinary on here. Another got hit with farmer's dog with food for my dog, and a couple things just going out and having some fun with friends. But really, what's really killing me is paying for expenses of a dependent, as well as my living expenses. Everything else I think I have under control. I do have a gap, and we'll see. You can see it over here highlighted in the green, $545.74. And I think it's really important to track to see what your gap is, because if you have no gap, there's no way for you to pay off debt. If you haven't, there's no way to add to savings and build an emergency fund, and there's certainly no money to invest for your future. And you can see from my expenses that I have no debt, and that doesn't mean I didn't used to have debt. When I was in my 20s, I had credit card debts, a little bit of student loan debt, things like that. And so I don't have that any longer, which is nice. You can see also my expenses. I'm not paying for a monthly mobile phone bill. I use Mint Mobile, and I swear by them. I'll leave a link below if you want to sign up with them. It's like $20 a month. They say 15, but with all the fees and taxes, etc., it's actually closer to 18, just under $20 for that. And I also think it's very crucial to track your non-W2 income. You should be trying to build up other sources of income, whether it's rental properties. I tried that. It was not for me. It is not passive whatsoever. I had problem with tenants and sold that property and never looked back. A lot of people who own rentals will only tell you the good things about them, and I think they exaggerate how much they're actually clearing per month. I've heard people say, well, I'm making I'm cash flowing extra $500, when in reality they're really not, because they're not setting aside, I would say, half of that for capex, for that next roof or whatever it is, the painting or whatever. Even if you're doing your own work to the house, there's a lot of things you can't do yourself, and like concrete and things like that you have to hire a professional for. So at least half of what you're clearing for rentals, I think, goes right back into them. And also your time as well, dealing with issues, because there are always issues with homes. So we can see here from my listing here, my non-W2 income, I'm tracking even interest in accounts. You can see my Capital One. I don't really save. I don't put a whole lot of money in there, and so there's not a whole lot of interest there. I sell some things on eBay. I also have a lot of dividend stocks. Most of you know me as Average Joe Dividends, because I have a dividend portfolio that generates right now, on average, it's spitting out over $850 a month just from that portfolio alone. And that is not, the bulk of my net worth is not in that portfolio. And I'll show you momentarily what I've got it invested in. So you can see here, like Black Hills, Pinnacle, those are dividends being paid out. Kroger, Aflac, American States Water, dividends. Same with Pfizer. Here I have a lot of money in a Synchrony savings account, because like I told you before, I'm building a home and I want to put a sizable down payment down in that home. So that is that money gaining interest, and that's also my emergency fund there as well. I do online surveys rather than just kind of spending time on social media and things like that. In the mornings, I will just do a few surveys and earn money. I'll leave a link below with Swagbucks. They are legit, and I think they're worth doing. Depending on the surveys that you qualify for, it's money in your pocket. You don't have to leave home or anything like that, or clock in, or get in your car and go somewhere. You can do it from home anytime you have extra time. So that's what that was. You can see the two $10 payments from that. Southern Company going for, those are more dividends. Same with Johnson & Johnson, Amgen, Yum, more dividends. Also Costco, Exxon, Agree Realty, Home Depot, Prudential. I did some painting for someone. I was paid $70 for that. And Realty Income, another dividend from Microsoft, Kellogg's, Hershey's, Avista, McDonald's. You can see I own a lot of different positions, and what I'm trying to do is I'm investing more into those positions, as well as dripping those dividends back into them, so they're going to pay me even more the next time those dividends are paid to me. You can see Swagbucks got paid for doing surveys. Again, another $10 there, another $25 for them for doing more surveys. You see Qualcomm, BlackRock, Lockheed, these Waste Management. These are all dividends. Same with VTSAX. VTSAX is Vanguard's Total Stock Market Index. I recommend it. Of course, this is not investment advice. If you don't want to pick individual stocks, a lot of people in the FIRE movement or financial independence movement recommend just buying this one fund and nothing else, and just keep adding to it. And that's VTSAX. I also own VXUS, which is the international version of that fund. You can see these are the dividends that were paid to me from those. And SCHD, another popular ETF, that paid me $724.21. Another survey, another dividend, and another dividend here, a big one from BlackRock's Science and Technology Trust. It's a closed-end fund called BST. So that one paid me quite a bit. Broadcom, their dividend. So what I'm trying to show you is, you want to get paid. You want to have a lot of different paychecks out there. You can see there's a lot of little ones. There's some large ones, but they all add up. We can see the non-W2 total just from this column right here, just from interest to little side gigs to surveys to dividends, over $2,600 were paid there. We can see, though, it didn't quite cover my expenses. My expenses were just under $5,000 at $49,8032, and you can see there's my W2 income total. That's after taxes, and also after contributing to my 401k. If you have access to a 401k, I recommend you contribute to it, at the very least to the company match. And I encourage much more if you can afford it, because it can offset your taxes. And we're going to take a look, we're going to close out, we're going to take a look at my net worth, and I have an account with Vanguard. You can see the amount there. M1, this includes my dividend portfolio, which a lot of you are familiar with. You can see there's $520,000 there. T-Row, this is my work 401k. So I've only been at that job, or my current job, I came back to it, so it's been about 3 years. I've been back with them, and you can see the how much I have just in that 401k. And here's what I have in my savings account. And again, a lot of this is going to go, about $120,000 to $125,000 is going to go as a down payment on the home that I'm building. And Capital One, you can see this is just more, I use it for passing money back and forth, paying bills, etc. And there's my M1 taxable. Yeah, this was just my M1 IRA from previous work. I transfer over there, and this is my taxable account that I do videos on. So, the good news was I had a gap, and also with all of my non-W2 income, and which most of it gets reinvested right back into where it came from, so it's going to grow it. And the quote bad news is the market was really down in September, so my net worth from August dropped $57,900, but I'm still at a net worth of $1,335,600. I round everything to the nearest $100 just to kind of keep it easy. But that's pretty much what I wanted to show you guys, is what my expenses were, what I'm generating in non-W2 income, and why it's really important to invest, have a gap. First off, invest that gap. If you have debt, get rid of it. Get rid of it so you can put that put that money to work for you instead of paying other people. And that's how you generate real net worth, is once you start investing in yourself. So thanks for sticking to the end, and please click the like button, because I'm really, I'm showing you everything about kind of my financial life here. So just for me being open on this, please click the like button, and also subscribe so you can see my other videos. If you're interested in dividend investing, I will, you can see those videos as well. So that's it for today. And everyone, take care and stay tuned for my next video, which will be on Monday. I do a Monday morning weekly buy video, so you can see what I bought for Monday with a $100 investment. Everyone, take care.